Hey, what's up YouTube? Stacking and Packing here with another 2-box $half hunt. So $1,000 and $half to go through. And both boxes are going to be NF String and Sun rolls. So let's get right into it. So for box number 1, we're going to have a possible ender here. We'll take a look. It's weighing in as a slightly heavy. So it's a possible 40%er. We'll open that one up live. Then our top row, we're going to have 4 semi-heavies. And we're gonna have 1 super heavy there. That's that 236 grams. So it's probably just an extra $half. Then we're gonna come into this row over here. We're gonna have some semi-heavies, 5 semi-heavies. We're gonna have another row of semi-heavies, and then we're gonna go into our bottom row, which is gonna be slightly heavies. That's that range, that's 225.8 to 225.9. Then for box number 2, we're gonna have our top row is gonna be our semi-heavies, and then we're gonna have our bottom row as our slightly heavies, so 4 of each. So let's go ahead and get started with box number 1. We're gonna start off with our first roll here, if I can get it out. Stuck in that corner there as I'm knocking down our rolls. So let's go ahead, open up roll number 1 live for you guys, see if we can pull anything out, and then we'll go ahead and get into the rest of the box. And I'm not seeing anything here. So we're gonna go ahead, get started with the rest of the box, and hopefully we can pull out some silver. And if we do, I'll see you guys at our first find. Okay guys, so we're on roll number 16, as you guys can see. And we're gonna have our first find. It's right there, it's gonna be a proof. I did take a look, so let's go ahead and put these down. Let's take a look at it. So it does look a little beat up, but not too bad. And it's gonna be a 1981 San Francisco. So if I did give this a proper cleaning, I think this reverse would turn out a little bit better, but it definitely would have some scratches on it. So we'll go ahead and put this one to the side. And let's go ahead and crack open that next roll on camera for you guys, just in case we have a proof in that very next roll. Let's go ahead and see. And I'm not seeing anything here. Now we have been opening up these rolls and been finding a lot of these newer 2021s. So hopefully we don't find too many of those, but we've been getting quite a few. So I'm gonna keep on going, and I'll see you guys in the next find. Okay guys, so it's time for our heavy rolls. So let's get started. We're gonna start off with our slightly heavies, and we're gonna start with 225.8. So let's go ahead and crack into it. So far, no silver for box number 1. We just have that 1 proof. So let's see if we can pull out some silver from our heavy rolls, and another 225.8. So as always, what we're looking for is proofs, commemorative $half, the 1987 not intended for circulation coin, and silver. For $half, we have 2 types of silver. We got the 40%, and we have the 90% variety. So 2 different varieties of silver. The 40% does have a little bit of a copper line in it, so you'll be able to tell just by looking at the coin itself from the edge of the coin if it's a 40%er or if it's a 90%er. The 90%ers tend to have none of that in there, so it makes it a little bit easier to tell the difference just by looking at the edge of the coin. Now, so far for box number 1, we did find quite a few of these 2021s. There was a couple rolls that were just completely 2021 $half. I'm surprised those rolls didn't weigh up as heavier rolls, because usually with newer coins, there's no wear on those coins, so those rolls will weigh a little bit heavier. And this one might be another roll with those newer ones in it, as you can tell from both sides of this roll. And I'm looking at it, it does have a lot of these newer coins in this roll. And I'm not seeing anything here that stick out to us. So let's get into that next roll. 226.1. So we're in that semi category now. So hopefully we'll be able to pull a 40%er out from one of these rolls. As always, I will be checking all of these off camera. You guys know the deal. So let's see. Nothing in this roll. 225.9. Last hunt, we found a coin that I've been looking for a little while. I'm actually surprised we didn't find that coin sooner, but definitely happy to have found it. It was the commemorative $50, the Nation of Immigrants coin, and I do love pulling out commemorative $50 from circulation just because they're cool coins. And this is a full roll. Wow, see, it did weigh a little bit heavier. I'm surprised it didn't weigh as heavy as if there was a silver in it. Full roll of those 2021s. So a 226.1. Almost thought we had one right here. Just a 1974. 226.1 as well. Nothing in this roll that's sticking out. 226 on the dot. I'm hoping that one roll is going to be an ender, but I actually don't think it is. So we'll see if it surprises me. Another 226 on the dot. Nothing here. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off this desk a little bit because we're got some mess here right now. Our desk is full with all these with all these open rolls. So we're gonna clean it off just a little bit so I have a little bit more room to work with. Okay, let's get into that next roll. 236, so this is our super heavy. Would be nice if it's loaded with silver, but most likely it just has an extra $50 in it. And that's what it looks like. It's gonna have an extra $50 in this roll. 226.2. So these are our semis that are a little bit heavier than the rest. Not too much heavier, but hopefully we can pull something out from one of these. 1977. Another 226.1. Was flirting with that 226.2. And we've got a silver. Boom, there we go. Right there. And as you can tell, this one's gonna be a 40%er. Now, this is what I was talking about. Some of them do look like this, where they have that a little bit darker on the edge, but this one's definitely a 40%er. And it's a 1969. This one's gonna be a Denver. So it's our first silver for the box. And that reverse is looking awesome. So we'll go ahead and put this one on the board. Silver number 1 for box number 1. So we're starting off with silver in box number 1. So that's always fun. So let's go ahead and get into that next roll, 226.2. As I'm knocking into the camera here. And I don't see anything in this roll, so I'll put it to the side. Let's get into that last roll, 226.3, or second to last roll, I should say. And I'm not seeing anything. We'll double check this one, make sure it's not. Nope, it's 1980. And let's get into that one roll that could possibly be an ender. 225.6 on this one. We won't open it from that side since it might be an ender. And I always seem to get these opened improperly when I'm thinking one's an ender, and it's not. It's definitely not an ender. I'm looking at that edge right there. So let's take a look and see what year it was. 1986 Denver. So not a silver. And let's double check. I think this one right here. Nope, bicentennial. And a 1982. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into box number 2. Let me open up that first roll for you guys as we usually do. And then we'll go ahead and get into box number 2. So I'm not seeing anything in that first roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with box number 2. Hopefully we can pull out some silver, and I'll see you guys at our first find. Okay guys, so we have 7 rolls left in box number 2. And since we didn't have many heavy rolls for box number 2, I figured might as well open up those last 7 rolls and see if we can get anything on camera for you guys. So let's get into them. And not seeing anything in this roll. It's a nicer looking coin, 1978. And that's nothing there. so far, box number 1 produced for us. We got a 40%er and we have a proof. So we will take that for sure. Let's see if we can pull something else out. Now I did pick up 2 more boxes yesterday and I opened them up, I weighed them up, and I gotta say, we have a good 2 boxes there. We do have 2 enders, so that's gonna be a fun hunt. I'm very excited to get into those rolls and see if we can find anything good in those rolls. But let's focus on these rolls first. So far, nothing here. We'll get into that last roll. And then we got our heavies. So I'm not seeing anything there. So let's go ahead and get into these heavies. I'll move over to the side a little bit. All right, let's start this. Start with our first roll here. It's a 225.9. Now, fingers crossed we can pull out some silver from one of these rolls. That would be awesome. If not, we do have silver from earlier in the hunt. 225.8. Nothing that I'm seeing sticking out to me in that roll. 226.1. So that's a semi-heavy there. I don't know how that snuck in with these rolls, because these are supposed to be the slightly heavy rolls. 226, that's another semi-heavy. I don't know, maybe I messed this one up and mixed these rolls up. Nope, bicentennial. 226. Flirting with that 225.9 number. Nothing there. Move this over a little bit now. I keep moving it back and forth. 226. I didn't even realize how it's looking on camera for you guys. Sometimes the light just hits the wrong way, so it's hard to see. I should have really paid attention to that. Nothing in this roll. Let's see. 226. If I move it over, there we go. That's a little bit of a better view. Sometimes it's hard because I'm looking over the camera. I'm not looking through the camera, but I'm holding the roll in a way where you guys can get a good view of it. It's a little hard to explain, but that's how I do it, because sometimes it's hard to look through the camera and see if there's silver in the roll. So I'm not seeing anything in this last roll of box number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check all of these rolls, make sure we didn't miss anything, and then we'll go ahead and get into the wrap up. So box number 1 saved the day with silver. We got this 1969 Denver here, and it has a fantastic reverse. So a rare occurrence where box number 1 saves the day and not box number 2. Box number 2 is usually the one that does it for us and gives us that silver that we're looking for. So we'll take it. Box number 1, 140%er. And box number 1 also produced this 1981 San Francisco proof $50. So we'll take that as well. And it's definitely been in circulation for a little bit. It's a little beat up with some scratches on it. Now at the end of the year, I'm probably going to do a video showing you guys how to properly clean these so we can get some of the smudges off of it and make it look a little bit better, because I do have quite a few proofs now that need to be cleaned and they'll look way better. However, this one, even with the cleaning, you're still going to see a bunch of scratches, because I do see those scratches on it, but it does have some luster on the reverse still that will definitely come out with a good cleaning the proper way. So we'll take it. Very happy to have it. And let's go ahead and add our silver to the silver jar for the month of August. And this thing is getting heavy, so we'll go ahead and put it in there. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below, as well as leave a comment and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on our next hunt.